we are live. Welcome to this new replay commentary. We are covering another round, or I should say another match in the first round of the Kanbei Cup. And today, we will have a guest that came many times around. You can now present yourself.
Hey folks, it's me, semi-original guy, aka Mr. Cannon from advancewars by Web. And yeah, happy to be here and, representing Acid Rain. So let's go ahead and do this.
That's nice. So, just like all the other match, let's take a look at your profile and your opponent profile. Boom. Boom. Let's start off with your opponent. What do you think about his 5 most used seals?
That's a good question. You know what? Well, Sonya. Very cool pick. Very fun. You could tell Silvera probably... Actually, you know what? I'm pretty sure Silvera said that he doesn't play much Fog of War. So I wonder why he does pick Sonya all the time. Maybe he just likes a challenge.
To show his muscle. To show all good.
Exactly. It's probably just a flex. He probably chooses Sonya against, like, Von Bolt and Hawk. And it's just like, my brain is just so superior. That's my guess. I don't know. Sonya's a pretty fun pick, though. I mean, she's a little weak in some aspects, but I think she's kind of underrated at the same time. I mean, counter break can be like super good even in standard, so it depends on how you play it, right?
Man,
Sammy, respectable second pick.
I stay away from Sonja, so I just don't get it. But hey, I respect the guy because nobody plays her.
That is true. Like, nobody does play poor Sonya, and that's sad. So it's good that somebody is giving her some love. So I got no problems with that. Yeah, and Sammy, another underrated CO that I think is like pretty good. But situationally good, right? So I used to play like a lot of Sonya back in the day. Or not Sonya, a lot of Sammy back in the day.
Yeah.
So I can definitely respect that pick. That's pretty cool. Kindle, well, everybody plays Kindle in like, tier 3? So nothing really new about that. Von Bolt, pretty strong pick in tier 1. And Lash, just super fun stuff. So it looks like Silvera just really likes to challenge himself with his picks.
Yeah, I like that because there's no global damage in that top 5, except maybe Kindle. But even there, she's not as broken as Olaf, Hawk, or Drake.
No, absolutely not. But you can see by like all of his picks too. Like, he's pretty spread out, so he tries to change it up every now and then. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So now let's go over to your profile, Mr. Cannon.
Oh, hey, my rating went up a little bit. Cool.
That means you won. You won.
I don't know what I won. I don't know what I won, but I won something, so that's cool. So that's okay. If you're wondering why I have 295 games played as Andy, it's because I actually made my account back in 2005 or 2006. So it's been around for a very long time. And back in the day, we didn't have tier lists, so I just picked Andy for like every single match. And yeah, it was super fun.
Wow.
I still play Andy quite a bit, though.
You're old school, man. Now I understand more why you are so good.
I wouldn't say that I'm good. I'm just good in hindsight. So maybe that's what it is. Now, I understand, like, the vast majority of everything about this game, but I just don't listen to my own advice most of the time. So that's probably where it goes wrong. But Hawk, he's my like favorite pick for tier 1. I mean, I like the global damage. I like the healing. He's like Andy, but like a little bit different. So also super fun pick for me. Then Olaf is just like, your standard pick for tier 2. Global damage and Blizzard can be super fun. A little bit stalling, a little bit boring. So I have actually been trying to play a lot more Eagle lately in tier 2. Yeah. And it's been going pretty fun. And then Jess and Jake are just, my 2 picks for tier 4, pretty much. I usually pick Jess over anybody, but
Jess is
yeah, I
cool.
don't know.
I like Jess.
Yeah, she can be fun. I play a lot of high funds though too, and I find Jess does pretty okay in like tier 4 high funds. So yeah, that's pretty much it with those two. But I have been playing a lot more Adder lately too, so I've only had 2 games as Nell though, so because luck is bad.
Okay. Now, why Cole?
Because I figured nobody else was gonna pick Cole, so I just wanted to play Cole because I figured nobody else was gonna play him, so I was gonna be like, I'm just gonna be Cole.
I like your flex because there's actually lots of roads, but Jake is just better. But I mean, there's lots of roads, so Cole is not that bad. I mean, man, that's big brain. I like it, and that's funny because when I picked that map. And I was like, if we have a odd number and I take part of it, I will pick Cole on that round. But yeah.
Well, I beat you to it, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought maybe
even number, which is great.
See, I thought maybe Cole might have had a little bit of an advantage when it comes to like taking these 2 cities because you would have to attack from a road, right?
Yeah.
I mean, possibly. Still, I mean, I figured that would be okay. But we'll see what happens, right?
Yeah.
I think Adder overall is just way better than Cole, though.
Yeah.
Just 2-star power.
That's funny.
Can't beat it.
That's funny because now it's the 3rd match I cover, and I think Adder was in every single one. It was always Jake versus Adder, I think. Maybe I'm wrong and I forget, but I think all match were like Adder versus Jake, so...
Well, I'm glad to at least like somewhat change it up.
Yeah, you did your part.
I did my part. Now we'll see what happens with it, I guess. But if I'm going to be completely honest, this is probably my least, at least one of my like top 3 least favorite standard maps. Unfortunately, but
why?
Because it favors like really aggressive play, and I'm just not really a really aggressive player, so I usually get punished really hard on this map most of the time. So yeah, it's just I haven't quite cracked the code of this map yet, so it's not my favorite. But in terms of like just a map by design and everything, it's a pretty cool map. I don't really have any problems with it.
Yeah.
Except for the fact I don't do well on it.
So, we go at your pacing, except if you would like to add something else to the intro.
No, I think we're good. Yeah, we'll just go at it. So, I mean, like, instantly, just standard infantry builds, nothing really out of the ordinary.
Stop lying, I've never seen infantry build like that.
I know, right? It's crazy. It's like, who builds 2 infantry on day 1? It's like, what? Madness. So I had this thought, right, when I was looking at this map, and I wanted to try something that I never tried before too, right? And I don't think it actually worked out very well, but I'll show you what it is here. So I don't even cap any of these 2 cities. And I'm just immediately going for this city right here. Because I found that a lot of the time when I stop and cap these cities and I get up here, then somebody always comes and interrupts me here. So I just figured I would try to go get it right away. And then just, then it would be mine. So that was my plan.
And I'd like to add this, coming from Cynical Boy in the chat. I expect Make Day 2 or Riot. Grrr. Best comment ever. Where's the Make Day 2? Where's the Make Day 2 for real?
Well, it's all about recon day 2. That's what you got to do. Just base skip day 1, then get your recon on day 2, and then equals profit.
We speak about the big plays here,
right? Okay, so so Silvera's doing the standard opening, going for this property here, capping the base over here, capping this property. So, all good stuff there. Then I'm gonna go for that city. Then I'm capping another property, going for my base. And then, just building more infantry. Who would have thought, right?
Man, that's genius. I never thought about that.
What, building infantry?
Yeah, I thought they were fodder, They only cost 1 key. They're pointless. They don't.
You only build infantry on day 1, and then you just build recons from that point, and then you can win.
That's the way it should be.
That is literally all you need.
700 elo for the win, bro.
Oh yeah, well that's like some 600 elo if we can go down that far. But
I don't
you
think
never
they
know.
exist. The lowest I've seen was 700, but they should create 600.
The elo.
Because some 700 are like, man, did you ever play this game before? Well, they should lower the level to 600 because some of the 700 are a shame for the 700s. Oh, double recon. Okay, that's kind of shocking. I don't get it. Try to defend that because you're better than me and you play more standard. So why 2 recon? Why?
See, I didn't understand it either, but we're gonna see what these 2 recons do because it's actually like ridiculous, and it totally caught me off guard. So, yeah, the only thing I can really so I saw this right, and I was just thinking like, okay, well, why do we have 2 recons? So, the only thing you could really do with the recons is just pretty much harass infantry in the front and stop your opponent from getting like any of these caps, or just force your opponent to move their tanks in a different position.
Yeah.
So it's all that I could think of for that. But I saw those 2 recons and I was just like, well, I've never seen this before, so I don't know what to do. So I'm not going to go for this because, well, now there's a recon there and an infantry, so I'm just going to go over try to cap that. And yeah.
So you're telling me Silvera told you he was not really a Fog player? So that's interesting because I know you do everything, but I know you play more Fog. So that's interesting. Maybe that's the winning factor here. Maybe he has more experience than you in Standard.
That is like definitely possible. I mean, I do play standard and play all modes, but I do play more fog than anything, especially as of late. So yeah, quite possibly. And it was kind of cool that Silvera like moved like right here with his infantry, so it was kind of in position to either cap any of these properties. So kind of forced me to move in a position where I would be able to cover both of them. But I mean, he just goes for this one, right? So. Which is, the smart move. Okay, so where does this other recon go? So this other recon, like, shoots all the way down here. And I'm like, huh. Because it's right out of range of this tank, too. Unfortunately. So, I was kind of questioning that. I was like, huh. Okay, so what do I do with this tank, right? And, yeah, we'll see.
So why do you think he only built infantries there?
Gonna have to go back. Because he's only got 7,000, right?
Oh, I see. So a 3rd recon would be a bad idea. I understand now.
Yeah, maybe not go... I mean, you already have 2 recons, so I mean, your recon quota is filled for now. At least until mid-game.
Even in Fog, this map is quite small, so 3 would be overkill.
Absolutely. Okay, so I moved my tank here, and then this is actually a really, really bad move. Like, insanely bad move, and mainly I'll tell you why. Because moving this tank here leaves the back line open. So if anything, the smart move would have been to move the tank onto like the HQ, so that it could protect all the infantry.
I see.
But I wasn't really thinking too much, right? So
that's
I just moved it up there.
Inside of you. Usually people don't have intel.
Oh yeah, normally, right? I'm like, oh my god, you can like see the map? What?
Where's my fog? Where's the black? This game is racist. There's no black.
Oh yeah. So I decided to build a recon too, just because like, well, I mean, he's got recon, so I was like, whatever.
Oh my. I ate my computer. I cannot wait to switch it. Are you there? Do you hear me now, bro?
I hear you.
Oh my. My computer crashed because he likes it. And that's funny because that's what I keep saying each time. Um, I can stream 11 hours of Splinter Cell, no issue. I stream half an hour of Advanced